bat, it's 1-0. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I've got an eye on Troy Tulowitzki.
And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Near the stands, and he brings this one back in. He took that right out of the first row. Wow. Wow. With a moment now, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Dustin Pedroia for me.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 4 pitches, all it takes to retire the Jays. After 1, no score.
Hey, get ahead,
Edwin Encarnacion will stride in. He was 1 for 3 in the ballgame back on Sunday.
Edwin Encarnacion.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, nobody wait.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see. Let's call this thing a swinging bunt. Call it whatever you want. He'll call it a leadoff single.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
0-1.
And there is the AL batting race entering play. Chopped foul right at home plate. Got him.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Mark Trumbo will get his first opportunity now. 2 for 4 to close out Sunday's series finale.
Here we go.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Devin Travis will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And, you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit. His average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
Circle change there, called strike 1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. Will move to the 3rd with no score. Russell Martin will stand in, and look at that average. Up over 370 to start the ball game.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
Out in front of it, strike one. And there's a swing and a miss by Martin as he falls behind now 0-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Throw by Sandoval is in time, one away.
Batting ninth,
Dalton Pompey will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Hey, come on now, fellas.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate.
No,
the
that's
pitcher's
down.
got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
Bounce towards the second baseman. A barehand play by Pedroia. It's there. He got him.
Wow, made it look easy.
Center fielder number 11.
Kevin Pillar will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases.
He's coming, 2-2-2.
And he's in there safely. He's got a double. So he's quickly into scoring position now with a 2-out double here in the third. And as we call on the team leaderboard, you can see that he currently paces the Blue Jays in that category.
Yeah, they've been counting on him to deliver extra base hits all season long. He's done it again here.
And he pops it up back behind second base. Pedroia is there for it, and that's the third out. Danger averted following the 2-out double. 3 innings in the books. Still no score on the show. Troy Tulowitzki is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Edwin.
So one gone in the inning for Edwin Encarnacion.
Hey, we got one here.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him. Now to the plate, Chris Colabello. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, The pitch before was tough duty at 96 on the gun, and then he goes one better and dials it up to 97 for the strikeout.
At the plate, Mark Trumbo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Come on, guys.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. One and two. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Had to protect on 1 and 2, and this is a fly ball out to straightaway right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So no runs here. Devin Travis comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
In there, no balls and a strike. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And for as hard as he throws, he's not just a thrower out there. I mean, this is pinpoint accuracy with his fastball. He puts it right on the knees on the inside corner. Not a whole lot you're going to do with that pitch.
Russell Martin now. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Hey, one away, one away.
And he takes a called strike 2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Stepping in now, Dalton Pompey. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
That's a foul. Hey, get his stuff right here. Let's go.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory.
I got it.
And the Panda will put this one away. Inning over. Kevin Pillar will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Hey, we got no out.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Hey, plays the one. Here we
Into
go.
the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Leadoff man gone, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. That's inside. 2-0.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
The shortstop, number 2,
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if he can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate.
2-1.
And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Back to him, and that's off his leg. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the 3rd out. Weird way to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to get. Edwin Encarnacion steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Ramirez over to his left, on to first, and the throw goes right by him. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away. And it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Mark Trumbo.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. Hit hard to the right side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. Devin Travis will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
Here's the 2-0. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
You can go ahead and forget about the double play now. That takes away the force and moves two guys into...
The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. Here comes Sox manager John Farrell on his way out.